Matt Pinfield from FanFest.tv, and I'm on the tour bus with my friends Joshua and Keith from BuckCherry.
What's up?
At the Aftershock Festival. Guys, it's so great to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Matt.
We came up together. I've been friends with you guys. I saw Sparrow back in the day, you know, and then, of course, hung out. First interviewed you on the first album.
Oh, yeah.
Lit Up, and talked about the bands we love. We talked about Free and Bad Company. We talked about a ton of things. I just remember rapping about that. But one of the cool things about being on your tour bus is that you've been nice enough to let us be a part of it. Is I want to ask you guys about, honestly, the whole tour bus etiquette, because, you know, starting out, like, you know, when you're on the road with brothers, you're never that close to family members for that long a period.
Exactly. Josh and I are closer than I am with my brother. I have two brothers.
Yeah.
I spend more time with him. You know, we have 12 guys in a really tight space. If you pan the camera back there, you'll see where everyone lives. And tour bus etiquette is definitely something that you have to learn, for sure.
Yeah, so Joshua, what's your take on it?
Well, you know, you got to shower at least once a day. You know, that's very important, and you wouldn't believe how hard it is to get everybody to do that. But there's always one guy that just likes to be stinky, and so that's one thing that we have to keep in check. What else?
You don't shower for yourself; you shower for those around you.
Yeah. You know that body stink from festivals like this when you're in dust in 105-degree weather.
Yeah.
Shoe etiquette is a big deal because you've got, you know, 12 guys. That's 24 feet.
Yeah.
If everyone has a pair of shoes, two pairs of shoes, it looks like a fucking shoe store on a fucking bus. So shoe etiquette's a big deal.
That's amazing. Now, what about when you have to decide what you're going to watch on the TVs? You're ready. You're in between cities. You know, whether it's in Europe or it's here. How do you guys decide on what you're going to watch?
Oh, that's sometimes a battle because I watch a lot of motorsports and these guys don't watch that. So, you know, I'm usually tied to one TV and then the other TVs for like the rest of the community on the bus. But we have DVDs in our bunks, so everybody can watch their own separate thing, which is good. You know, at least in the States.
Yeah.
Europe is a whole another animal. It's a definitely step down in accommodations. So
and nowadays, you know, with streaming of movies, everyone's kind of downloads their own movies and kind of hangs out and does their own thing. There's not a whole lot of fighting over the TVs.
What about bringing somebody back on the tour bus if band members are looking for a little love? I mean, how's that handled? I mean, it doesn't have to be about it currently, but tell me what it was about in the day.
Well, you know, there's always been accommodations for special friends.
Yeah, it's just got to be a quick turnaround because
you can't have anybody moving in.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be making love and like setting up a house. You know, if you're gonna do all that, you got to go to a hotel room or something. You know, so.
Or you're like, no, it's not right. I'm sorry, you're not gonna go from city A to city B with us. You know what I mean?
We've been very lucky. We've never had anybody try to actually, you know, what do they call that when they cast away?
Go on
stowaway.
They were cool with like a quick thing and in and out.
You know, sometimes
the friend that never leaves.
Yeah. You know the famous Alec Baldwin line, I don't pay women to have sex, I pay them to leave. I mean, you'd rather not pay anybody, but you know, I'm sure you guys haven't.
He is so funny.
You must love him for that. That's cool. Josh, you doing any more acting anymore, man, these days?
You know, the last thing I did was Bones, and that was a lot of fun, and I just haven't had time, you know. I mean, you know, music's always first priority, and we've just been really, really busy. So, you know, if something presents itself and I have the time, I would love to. You know?
Yeah. I always get proud of you when I go to see someone. I'm like, oh, it's Josh, man.
Yeah.
You know, I love you guys because it's just been a friendship for a long time.
Yes.
All right, so the Fuck EP is the new EP.
Yes.
I love that you're putting it out yourself. I love
Yes.
that you guys have never been afraid to approach those kind of subjects.
No.
With Lit Up, it was doing blow. You know, massive amounts of it. You know, of course, you guys weren't. At the time, it was more of a reflection, you know, I think.
It was just about the first time I ever did cocaine.
Yeah.
That's what the song's about.
And
But yeah.
And a Crazy Bitch, which is like an anthem now.
It is.
And that story about you guys, every label turning you down, it's a bullshit.
Yeah, you know, we were talking before we got on camera, we basically made that record, finished it, shopped it to every major label, and they turned it down, so we put it out on an independent label.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the birth of us really taking the reins for ourselves, which leads to the Fuck EP and us putting it out on our own label.
Which is great. I love the fact you guys just keep on going and rocking because you guys have always killed it live. Thanks for letting us on the bus and giving us a little insight into what's going on.
Great to have you.
Always great catching up with you guys.
Yeah.
Really love you guys. Joshua and Keith, BuckCherry, and we're gonna go.
And Matt.
Yeah.
Matt.
And that's right, Matt. FanFest.tv, thank you, brother. At the Aftershock Festival, we're gonna go see what their backstage ritual is like before they get on stage soon.